throughout this what I expect to be a grueling series. I mean, both of these teams are going to have to keep those emotions high. You heard it during those pre-show interviews. That's what the talk of the town is for these guys. You know, coming in so confident. Benji Fishy flirting with some damage, but backed off by the shock dart there. That's something that I've really been impressed with here for Verno, how clean he is with those shock darts to gain a little bit of territory control, to gain some space, or to delay on fallbacks on the defender side of the map. But let's see what MIBR has in store.
Quick little face out. Here's that Sheriff on the opposite side. So Odyssey just going to be backing away. Joins in with the rest of the team. Wiley just clustered here in mid. Drone to try to push. Scale in behind this one. Try to get some semblance of map control, because for now, it's firmly in the hands of Heretics.
This is classic MIBR. They love to take these mid-round pauses to try to work the map a little bit, bait out some utility, figure out what their opponents are doing. And Heretics just going to fall back to the default, to the 2-1-2. Try to hold this off. It's going to be on to Cortezia. See what he can do as the Viper to get that extra angle, to get that extra flank. These executes for MIBR often really impactful. And obviously that guy on your screen, a big part of it. Flash going to be coming.
Made up and over the top. Osbot's going in, dips down, has to take that refract out immediately. Verno able to find one, but Minibu does get rid of Odyssey at the same time. Now the flank getting ready to come in, but noted, dealt with Woot. Able to find it with a headshot. Osbot's, however, right back into the fray, gets himself into the site. He's able to find Benji Fishy, and Shenum does manage to take down the enemy Viper. Now Plant coming through. 2v3 for the attempted retake here for Heretics.
They're so good at backing up those executes, and it's so difficult to read if Ospas fully commits or not, but Jenum be holding a tight angle. Verno stepping in.
Riding the corner here, the smoke, Jenum right there alongside him. That's going to be Pooh, able to collect them both. Doesn't take a lick of damage. Now finds himself into the 1v1. Up in towards heaven, though, goes Ospas. Trying to go from an unexpected angle, and he has pulled it off. The opening round here on Corrode goes the way of MIBR.
Yeah, this is just quintessential MIBR. Throw a little bit of KO utility over the top. Verno there gets the spot with his util. Able to find that easy kill off of the refract from Ospas. And then it's a flood into the site. They do challenge this choke and give it to the 1v1 for Boo, who has been good in some clutches at this event.
Let's go, boys!
Fraud's fired up, and you know, I got to talk to him a little bit today before the match, and you know, he's just so happy with the way the team's been performing, just really impressed with the way they were firing against RRQ, who he thought is a really tough team. Refract there from Ospas, a challenge from Jenum. Ooh, he takes a bunch of damage there.
A bit of it is decay, but still plenty suffered. Resting now with 38 HP. One of the players with that Phantom in hand certainly don't want to have that fall into the enemy here. As Ospas to the ring, a dash, maybe wants to just try to go for the fight. Yeah, peeks off the back of that recon dart, able to find Woot and Verno. Takes down Minibu at the same time, shutting down this crunch attempt from mid. Rien still pushing forward. Does make his presence known, but isn't able to find much of anything there with those stray shots of the smoke.
Yeah, and I like that they're being really diligent about watching their flanks. This is something that MIBR did so well against RRQ, who likes to take a lot of mid presence, likes to take a lot of mid control. And it's about watching that flank behind you. You know, Ospas got that impactful double kill on the bonus against them. Something they need to be potentially aware of against Heretics. They're not as keen to do that compared to some. Heretics are much more about shutting you down while you're trying to get through chokes or trying to get to the plant. But in this case, of course, just with the eco, just with the classics, probably just going to try to find a way to die to the spike if possible. A couple players here pretty beat up with this 3-rifle investment. So let's see if MIBR is going to be able to carry over the heavy firepower into the next round.
Should be decently well suited. Seems like Heretics, given this grouping, a peek in towards this A site where maybe they could find Cortezia, who's going to be on this later lurk, but otherwise likely just going to go down to the spike itself and allow for MIBR to potentially get even the Flawless to tick over. Looks like Verno, with the ghost in hand, will want to go on the hunt a bit, see if he can try to get some more ult charge. A death will put him one away, and that is where he's going to rest for now. So one more for that Hunter's Fury to come through, and as it is going to be a clean start here for MIBR.
Just really great awareness in the middle of the map here. Again, not overcommitting to anything. Ospas finds a nice tight angle there to get the opening kill as the dart is coming through. Verno does such a good job supporting his teammates from the back line. He's always the guy who's going to be kind of following up off what Aspas is trying to do, or if there's counter pressure, if there's some kind of util dump from the opponents, he's often the one who's able to sidestep it, come in, get the big kill to open things up a bit more for MIBR. Coming into this bonus looking pretty good with the firepower of Bulldog for Artisan. Quick dash out there.
They're looking for a trap setup here, but Aspas eats an immense amount of damage. Good fire out there from the side of Rienz. Forces him back. Just down to 10 HP. Cortezia dead simultaneously. So Verno trying to see if he can spot anything out here top mid. Nothing to be found. Loot finishes the job. Finds himself a second as Artisan gets taken down as well. Massive shutdown here on the set strategy from MIBR. Heretics looking alive and well in the anti-bonus.
Yeah, just taking some really nice contact fights. Woot, a player the desk was wanting to highlight a bit to see how he would fare on that Viper. He stands tall there over towards B-Link. On to Genom, see what he can do. Maybe find some more damage for MIBR.
You'd love to take any of these weapons away. Make this a bit more costly here for the side of Heretics. Little peeks coming through. Boo gets the spot. Not calling for any rotations quite really yet here, but won't be necessary. Boo holds the line, shuts down Genom, denies any more damage suffered. So Heretics now get themselves on the board.
Yeah, a really nice round there for the Heretics, winning some contact fights. And that's something that both these teams really good at so far this event, to be frank. If you go back and watch them early in this event, it seemed like they were just winning duels all over the place. Something that MIBR was able to do against Fnatic on Bind, able to do against RRQ on 2 different maps. Team Heretics obviously doing it against G2 and T1, so right there, a good start for Heretics on this defender side. This is where they need to do their damage. This is where they need to rack up a bunch of rounds, it feels like. This is where they really devastated G2. Ran a bunch of rounds together to kick off the map. Just a tight hold. They like to play a little bit further back to Team Heretics on A site. Benji somehow finds a kill.
First one of the map, just gets a wallbang shot there across onto Aspas. Given that he has just been the tip of the spear, the one diving forward, getting that information, refracting back. How are you really meant to try to pilot this rifle round now? A lot of damage forward onto Rienz, puts him down to 3 HP. Verno for now slowly creeping forward here alongside Artisan.
And look at this setup. You've got a star there. You've got the Razor Vines right in the front of sight. Haunt to confirm presence. That's going to keep Miniboo there.
They delay it for now. As this creep around the side continues to come through, but the wall gets tripped, 0 point at the ready. At the same time, looking to try to get an entry through this yard's position. Flashing to the back, Paranoia is there. Cortezia able to collect one. Rienz finally going to be finished off, so a kill found. Hunter's Fury coming through. Benji Fishy tucks into the corner just behind the box here. Manages to avoid those final pulses. Wow. Quick peek, and Cortezia is going to be able to find him at the same time. Fragment out to Miniboo's demise. Forced forward into the open arms of MIBR. And happily collect those kills and now get the spike planted.
Phenomenal work from Cortezia.
One enemy remaining.
And now, just Boo, left standing already. Here in this forward position, just gonna silently try to creep his way back and get out of dodge scot-free. Just the one weapon to be retained. Overall, economy from Heretics will be able to afford a buy, but Benji Fishy has seen better days as far as the wallet's concerned. It's gonna be MIBR stopping Heretics from catching up and keeping them here at a 2-round disadvantage.
It's massive that MIBR gets this round. And they get it as clean as they did. It didn't look good. You lose Aspas at the beginning, and you're thinking, oh boy, there goes your entry pressure. There goes your ability to bypass that Astra and Vice util. Instead, they just play it slow. That's the way they like to do it. Mid-round, it's take these pauses, gain a little bit of space, try to wait out your opponents, bait out some of their util. You see it, they react nicely to the Vice wall. They don't overcommit anybody. Get a little bit of util out, confirm the presence. And that's a great spot again from Verno. He has been just brilliant on the Sova, backing these teams up, and right there, playing anti-flash, able to turn it and take down Miniboo. But Cortezia winning a couple big rifle duels there, breaks things open, and MIBR stabilizes.
Aspas coming back into this one has an outlaw in hand. Only 2 players that won't be susceptible to this.
Even now, you're down to just one.
Oh, actually, I think, yeah, had it been a last-second pivot on the purchase.
Yeah.
So only Benji Fishy able to survive that one. Ospas just going to be forced away. Quick little pulse, trying to get a sun catch. This has opened up for a deep push into mid from MIBR, though.
Cutting through.
So let's see.
A very forward position.
Yeah, let's see what MIBR wants to do against this. They're going to try to challenge MIBR here. Going to get the spot. It's going to force out the TP. Opens up the map a little bit. Now, against RRQ, they were opting to try to play a little bit more flank with mid-pressure like that. It seems like they're keen to make sure that that mid-pressure isn't real, isn't fully committed to. And then they're going to try to find a way through to the other extremities. Going to test those double controllers over on the B side, maybe. At least thinking about it. Time's going to tick down about 40 seconds, so seemingly this is where the hit's going to go.
Shox to try to clear out any potential util here. Cortesia making some noise over towards the A site. Looks like the pivot is going to be called here. So they're going to start rotating all the way across the map, but they are running low on time, and Cortesia has not really gotten himself scaled forward into the site whatsoever, and there's 3 players here to try to hold this off. Realistically, if you can just put Spike down on the floor, that might just be the round done and dusted. Spike, however, not going to be contested for now, so the plant does manage to come through. Verno going to get tagged up, tucks away back here at Yard. He's trying to peek to the rest of the squad, but it's going to be MIBR able to find the person. Cortesia does get taken down. Benji Fishy joins the fray, finds one himself, but Rien's now spotted out. As both shots from Ospots end up going wide. Boot able to win the fight, brings it now to a 2v2, but Verno tucking into the corner, catches Boo, trying to reload. So now goes into the 1v1. Time working against Woot.
Just needs to play time.
Oh, spotted. Saw the head there. And on this swing, Artisan hits the headshot. All 3 of his kills in the map found in this round as he keeps MIBR out in front.
Man, the confidence there to take that swing. You can see that MIBR wants to show that they've got the firepower to hang with Team Heretics. So far, they certainly have been. Been players like Cortesia, Artson, that are doing a phenomenal job of it. You know, even if Ospas maybe hasn't heated up just yet, the other players are stepping in. Verno.
That Outlaw is in play. Be extra cautious about what angles they're going to look to peek here.
Energy's good.
I think you're going to be
about to cycle in as well here for the side of Heretics that could very much come into play in the next buy.
It's very true. Need to see Riens get involved here as well. So far, a donut on the kill feed, and he's definitely a guy that doesn't feel like he's going to be held back for long with how stellar he's been this event. Just a slow approach towards A. Just looking to wait out this smoke, looking for an aggressive push, going up against that eco. Want to be a little bit diligent. Just the 2 controllers on this side of the map, though, and they're just going to cycle those smokes. Just trying to play as much delay as possible. A little bit of info, a little bit of space potentially being gained over at B, but they should be getting a pretty good read here that, well, they could be mid, they could be A. They're falling back from this.
No catch on the 0 point, just on the back end of that one, but a couple sharp shots ringing out, so they're very well aware of that presence. It's going to be the null command popped. As Artesine on a warpath, but quickly he sat down here on the floor. Obviously going to be resible, but they have to clear this space, and Ospas is able to do just that. Finds the first, Verno gets the second, and just like that, 4 players strong here for the side of MIBR. Cortesia does get taken down. Ospas still looking for a little bit more. Won't be able to find it, as Artesine very much starts to come alive. Back-to-back big rounds from him as MIBR move up 5-1.
Yeah, it's nice to see Ospas getting it going with that sniper rifle. You know, him and something, the 2 best we have in the business with the scoped guns. And he comes alive in this round. Even though there's that shot kill there on the Cortesia, everything else pretty much goes according to plan here. Love the way that Artesine uses his fragments to buy space and time. It's something he did so well against RRQ. In particular, shutting down the Waylay ult that Jemkin was trying to bring against them. But he's been so sturdy. A little bit of a jump peek, spot on the Boo.
TP into the back of the B site here. But Boo, on a repeat, does manage to find Ospas. That's a great shutdown to be found out the convergent path. Something that's not going to be a concern for you here in the round. Geno's made his way up in towards heaven. Looking for the peek, and steadies the spray eventually. He's able to find Boo. Paranoia cuts off MIBR here. He sprays out some shots. Now they know there's going to be further presence reinforcing that heaven position. But MIBR, nonplussed by it. They just focus on getting the spike planted.
so much for the retake here for Heretics. They've got to get this one going with the ult cycle.
Spot up coming through, and Rien's on the peak there from Heaven, able to find one. Tap of the defuse. A 3v4. Verno looking for something of a mini boot. He's there from behind. Able to find it. The pit now blooming. And Benji Fishy gets the final shot. Heretics 3 surviving. They will find themselves their second round win.
Let's see if they can start streaking a little bit. They're going to have some good ult cycles coming up. We're going to have the Cosmic Divide. You're going to have the Vice ult into the next round. Boo just finds a timing there, just reading off of the drone pop. And he's going to be able to take Aspas down before he can even get the dash going. Fantastic work from the IGL of Team Heretics. And then you've got the ult as well from Miniboot to really just identify where everybody is, and then Team Heretics just cutting them apart on site. We need a little bit more of that here. Like you said, Aspas died with ult in hand. Let's see if this time MIBR find a little bit more success. We haven't seen too much of the Paranoia dive into a Link or even a elbow. Sometimes they like to do that. Instead, they're just going to take a lot of space.
Yeah, and it's really all of the back of this Odin just spraying forward to be able to try to allow for this space to be taken. Artesian is right there looking to collect. So they go one apiece between him and Aspas. Boo.
Concealment.
Shutting down the ladder there. Artesian still trying to work his way forward. Sends out the fragment. It's just waiting for the reinforcements to come swooping in. But it seems like Heretics overall not necessarily buying that the spike is heading towards this site. You can see that double linger still over towards A, just in case. But Boo now starting to get the bad news as it is delivered straight through the brain there. The bullet from Cortesia able to shut him down, as now the pit going to be infested, and Verno goes to the plant, which will give him another Hunter's Fury as well. This is looking like a nigh impossible retake here to 2v4 for Heretics.
Yeah, even with the Steel Garden available, just not going to commit to it. You just can't. You're absolutely right, Achilles. It just took them too long to get the read on what was really happening there. You know, because a lot of times MIBR is taking that pause, you know, with so many forces that are going to be grouped together, and they're just kind of looking to see if anybody's going to get aggro. Maybe somebody's going to come top mid, a Link from the side of Heretics. Instead, they're waiting. They're buying time for that extra angle to be created from B main. Again, beautiful work by Artesian. Just so steady and a brilliant saturate.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
On up 2, just pinned into a corner. MIBR not showing any mercy here. Not slowing down. I know that Heretics is one of those teams, if they can get that ball rolling, they really can start to take over, find their form. And MIBR looking to just stop that from ever really happening here on this map. So far, it's been working a treat. And I believe we're actually going to be seeing the commitment here. Just 3 rounds separated. Bam down mid.
Let's see what they want to do. They're pinging a Link here. Genum's in a place where he wants to throw that Paranoia, but there's nobody there to receive it from Heretics.
I think looking to just maybe do the same trap that they had done before. That double dash forward here. Paranoia now out. Aspas goes to the peak. Nothing going to be spotted. Can refract back, but up to go ahead and keep himself in position. Artesian the peak down to mid. Lots of multiple targets, and Aspas now off the flank. Trying to get involved. Rien's, however, able to flush him out. And the Hunter's Fury from Verno far too late to be able to get the catch. So as the dust settles, it ends up just being a 3v3. It is just the lone Benji Fishy here to try to defend this A site, and now he's been spotted out. The recon getting a catch. Sends out the ult, draws down the weapon fast enough, is able to find one. Gives his life for the cause, but now got Rien's quick to rotate around to get himself here into position, try to get the shutdown. 2v2 with Shenum down to 25 health. Just waiting for the spot out, looking for the peak, finds it.
Spike down A.
Shenum, I just don't know if you're going to be able to do much against this Odin. It would have to be instantaneous, but he cannot. Rien's. He'll be able to find himself a third. Timeout conversion overall here for the side of Heretics on the buys. Looking good. But can they start to snowball these rounds together?
Things just kind of cascade out of control a bit for MIBR. Heretics do a great job of dodging that early pressure from Aspas. Even though they get caught by the knife and there's a play there for MIBR to make, it's Team Heretics this time who's going to step up, get those big kills. Hunter's Fury not able to connect, and then MIBR forced over into the Vice util. That gives Benji Fishy the awareness and the time to get that crucial ult out and get the reinforcements there to secure the round. This time really heavy presence early at B. MIBR turning up the pace, maybe.
Just a little bit of a util dump, but no real skill forward quite just yet.
Recovering it.
Seemingly just wanting to see what kind of reaction rise they can get out at Heretics. Boo going to be spotted there for a moment. Convergent path is now going to be sent in. Aspas diving forward, but does end up hitting a couple of his teammates here, it would seem. Hinder there on him. He's just going to play this quietly, but his team is just dying around him. All the more pressure now on his shoulders to deliver an amazing clutch. Some amazing impact. Benji Fishy noted here in mid. How are you meant to play it? Finds the first. Listen towards Link. Nothing to be spotted, but now his position known. And the only way out is to fight. The round win. It's a foregone conclusion. It will not be found, nor will a weapon retained. MIBR, once again, they open the door for one. Heretics eke their way back in, and then it just gets slammed right in their faces once again.
It's this pause, throws everything awry. They read that position of Boo right away. That's an odd smoke to be on top of the hut, and they're so ready for it. And then they're just storming through, clearing most angles, other than the one Woot was in. And it turned out to be not the end of the world for them. They were just cutting through. Still, Boo sitting on that Cosmic Divide. Rians has his ult, but it's an eco here. They're just going hot in towards A.
Yep.
Spray in, top of the bite, Rien's dead. No hope in hell. Artisine running down Benji Fishy, just pounding across. Those aren't his kills, it's okay. Verno is the one to collect. He's just willing, so willing to put his life on the line, just set up and guarantee the round victory. Especially given the weaponry on the opposite side. Now once again, left to his own devices. Won't be able to find it. Verno with 3, MIBR with 8. So they look to make this a 9-3 half.
It's so fun to watch this team. Once they decide to accelerate, oh, he gets a glimpse right as he's trying to tuck into the smoke off the back of the snake bite. Oh man, Verno. I mean, Artisine, I just love the way he plays. He's so selfless. He's using his util really smartly, but right there, just setting Verno up for a big double kill. He's got 11 assists on the map already in the first half. 1 per round on average.
It's been pretty good. He's also doing a decent amount of fragging in his own right. Boo, though, a solid advantage to start things off. Shen up. How he peeks in, maybe thinking that he was going to be able to find that player alone, but that second layer of mini-boot catches him off guard, and then suddenly it's a 2-player advantage to start off the last round of this half.
Oh, it's Nightfall. Thought for a second Rians might use it just to buy a little bit of time, maybe get a player to cheat over.
Cross on the peak. It's good for the shot. Wood's going to be taken down, and now as they continue to push forward here towards B, it's once again Benji Fishy by himself. The drone trying to lead the way, but Aspas is already far too quick to get on the angle. Finds the shutdown. Now, none of this Vice util matters. Gets himself into a deeper position, checking around towards that spawn access. It's the dimensional drift. Everything in the kitchen sink is going to have to be invested here from the side of Heretics to try to get this round back into their favor. Dimensional drift to try to lead the way. Aspas to try to find a timing. Ends up catching a bullet instead. Rian's finding a nice shutdown, giving them the player advantage. Hunter's Fury going to be coming through, and Miniboo is way further forward than Verno could have anticipated. Artisine going to be pitched as Boo finds the shot. The defuse comes in, and Heretics will recover a 4th round here in this opening half.
It's a dicey half for Heretics. At least they're able to find that last one off that early 5v3 advantage. Looks like for a moment, Aspas might just take things into his own hands. This little fadeaway there, but that ult from Miniboo, beautiful in a couple different regards. Gets the spot onto Aspas, gets the clear on to Verno on the backside. They're able to take the round.
Some pressure here on the side of Heretics. Still some wiggle room to try to get themselves back into this map to get ready to go. Back in now for the second half, so 8-4, MIBR in a cozy lead, but a pistol win from Heretics. A little bit of start of the snowball. That could turn around very quickly.
Look at this setup over at A elbow. A crossfire with Aspas, maybe trying to bait a little bit here for Cortezia. Genum as well in place.
Oh.
Whoop, okay, forget it.
Well, he has simply lost his life off the rip.
Boo's kind of had the number of some of these these MIBR players.
It certainly has.
He's gotten some big opening kills.
Bring them
Clear on the
down.
recon, I'll probably try to check. Not going to be able to get the grab here onto Verno. Lobbing in a shock dart, finds a decent little chunk of damage there on a mini boot on the re-peek. It's even more across the jump down loop. Playing up on top of the half wall, looking to try to catch him off guard, but Benji Fishy swinging the corner is just going to be able to find the headshot. Just like that, it's a 5v3 now with the spike planted, all ready for the side of Team Heretics. Double push in, Boo holding down this angle here in mid. Playing it quietly. Looks like no one really going to look to try to push the other side of that wall. We'll just cut back themselves over towards Link, try to join in with Artisan as quickly as they possibly can. There's so many angles to try to clear out here for the side of MIBR. Noise made, swing at the corner, the first one going to be found, Miniboo going to be taken down, look at the flick there, over, Shenum now, last one standing in a 1v2. Time ticking away, it sets up a smoke, flash confirming presence, gets a one tap, it's now suddenly Benji Fishy has to try to run his way forward into the smoke, but Shenum has the shutdown, but he doesn't have the defuse. Damn good shooting, but the time just not there. Heretics, they will scrape by with a pistol win.
Oh my. The 3v5 that almost goes away of MIBR. Again, a great opener for Boo. He's been so sharp in those moments. He's got a great read on when and where the players are going to want to push. Down to 0.88.
Don't worry, guys. I counted. It's all good, bro.
The math was
Surely.
mathing. The math was mathing. Fantastic. I mean, this is kind of interesting. It's the exact same kind of start that Team Heretics had against G2 on this map. They were down 8-4, they win a pistol, they start streaking rounds. Maybe they've got some of that magic in store for us here again.
Been leaning into the Stinger buys here. Don't dip quite as hard into the wallet there. It's been a relatively free walk up here in towards Yard, and yeah, now that presence is going to be known. Puts on the corner, looking for that second kill, can't make it happen. Verno will be able to shut him down, but is only able to recover a ghost here for his troubles. Firepower-wise, MIBR very much outclassed here at the moment.
Just not going to commit to this too much. Verno looking for maybe a little extra damage, but other players lining up to either get some exits or die to the spike. See which direction Heretics ends up wanting to drift themselves. They don't mind going for the fights here, just stingers. Why not? But looks like they are going to back off. Okay.
A quick exit through the defender's spawn here for the side of Heretics. So just a one-player loss, just a ghost on the floor. Exactly who they were willing to have die. Heretics starting off this half not as cleanly as they possibly could hope. Now the deficit, just the 2 rounds separating as we go into their bonus and see if they can get that conversion.
Going to be tough. If those stingers can sing, absolutely could be a game changer, could be a momentum breaker. It's MIBR so hot in that first half.
Sure.
There's going to be an early operator there for Osbos as well.
Well, I mean, at least
They want to try to get him going with that sniper, trying to lock down some of that early space on the map.
Shenum's going for the glass cannon just to really enable that purchase. Let's see if it comes back to bite them here. It's posted up. Top of the hut here. Poison orb forward. The push getting ready to come through. Pretty clear there onto the Thorns, cannot make it happen. Fragment's going to be coming through, but that's just disrespected. Rienz just swings in around it, eats a good amount of damage, but finds the critical kill. Verno now locked in position, and he is just scrambling to try to find his crosshair setup. He cannot. Pulling out Blooms, drops, and they just continue to play together and overwhelm every single player from MIBR, one after the other. And given the operator, given the no armor for Shenum, there is nothing left to do but to sit back and watch that spike detonate.
It's crazy. Flip sides of the map, and Team Heretics instantly converts a bonus off the back of the Stingers, and it's a timing. MIBR's Artisan just a little bit unsure with throwing that knife in time. Had he thrown it a second or two earlier, could have potentially been a very different round. Maybe preventing Benji Fishy from using that Vice util. Instead, he gets cut down to size. And all of a sudden, it's just a runaway freight train of stingers that are coming at you. They have to save. MIBR, I'm kind of curious if Rod is maybe thinking about his first time out. Maybe not here because it's an eco, but maybe sooner rather than later because Team Heretics seemingly looking to tie this matchup.
Looks like they will be able to find themselves a decent purchase. A judge in hands for Odyssey. Guardian there for Cortezia. Still that operator. Now posted up here in mid. Osbos. Ooh, catching a glimpse, but Minibu catches the shot. Has the full armor, so does survive, but down to 10 HP here is Osbos. Little poke and prod advantages now. He is continuing to play risky and put himself out there. Spin coming through, and this time Osbos does manage to get the jump. Minibu going to be struck down. Advantage for the moment here to the side of MIBR.
Not going to try to reaggress. Benji's just going to hold the angle. And with no further contact, that's going to lead Team Heretics to think that maybe the B side is weak. Maybe they've rotated Osbos away. And it's a little bit of mid-aggression here from Bruno. Yeah, they read this. Yeah.
He's fully sending it over. Quick check towards A, now cutting back over towards B. Maybe try to get situated up into heaven here. But for now, Zia is alone. Sees into the corner. Thorn's going to be lobbed in. Might just send out the no avail to try to stop it. Push forward, but the site has been opened up here for the taking. Heretics happily filling that space.
Great util there to back Cortezia off. Didn't give him the angle to shut down the entry point with his own snake bite. Had to just throw it on sight.
Cosmic Divide now coming through the link position, however, still going to be opened up. So his target's placed, and it might not even just be the grab well. Try to pull him out into the open. Verno going to be noted here on the flank. It's taken down. Odyssey on the peak, able to find one. Paranoia now going to be sent through. Woot tucked here towards the bottom, but it's out to the open for Cortezia to collect as he finds himself a second. Boo dead. Rien's here on the site, all alone the 1v3. The judge just bounds around the corner. No timeout necessary, it would seem. Rod trusts in the team, and they get it done. MIBR continue to maintain the advantage, not allowing for Heretics to tie things up.
They're so patient. The elbow showing right before Minibu can get the reaction. Great use of the judge here by Artezine. Tezio with a Guardian, absolutely ferocious. Finds 2 huge kills on site, and that leaves Rien's all alone. I don't disagree.
Time seems to run at him. Economy not yet going to be broken, though. Heretics still having enough money to get a couple more buys in, but MIBR steadying the ship here. Once again, the operator, an ever-present concern here for the Heretics players.
They've got Artezine there to maybe back up Osbos. Maybe set up for some combos there. So you got the flashes, got the saturate. Oh, the knife only spots Boo, though. Doesn't give you a ton of info. Not that that's super unusual in the early parts of the round. A lot of teams have learned to just dodge that bottom mid knife that's going to land. Not much you can do about it.
I'll find you.
Rien's actually throwing out a bunch of util there. Artezine stepping back far enough. He's really trying to get some info to set Osbos up here.
Benji caught off there from the drone. Cover going out. Alone holding close as everyone gets stacked up here outside of A main. No split pressure. Osbos not too far away, but you can see the pings coming down. Heretics understanding the players' positions quite well here for the moment. It's going to be a matter of can they deal with him. For now, the Nightfall has it set up. It's not going to get a catch onto anything. Flash, however, will find Osbos, and that zones him back. Held at bay here for now. Dash at the ready. Still needs a good amount of damage though from that snake bite. Paranoia sent over to the side, but Jenum is about to be under so much pressure. Barely manages to make it in around the corner out to safety. Flash is sent, gets a connection. Boo forced to reposition, and time now starting to dwindle. 12 seconds remaining. Plant will be able to come in. Artezine just trying to flash his way forward, but it's just too many targets around the corner as Verno gets taken down as well. 2 players remaining. Osbos looking for the shot. He manages to connect it, but he cannot get the kill. And that's going to be the call to save. Sounded here for the side of MIBR.
All it takes.
Force a reposition, and time now starting to dwindle. 12 seconds remaining. Plant will be able to come in. Artesine just trying to flash his way forward, but it's just too many targets around the corner as Verno gets taken down as well. 2 players remaining. Ospas looking for the shot. He manages to connect it, but he cannot get the kill. And that's going to be the call to save. Sounded here for the side of MIBR.
All it takes is a few little things here for Team Heretics to get this site exec to go. And it's just a good flash and a good snake bite to keep Ospas at bay, to keep that operator in check. And Zenom just trying to do what he can. Nightfall doesn't hit anything, but that's okay, because that gives you a ton of info as Heretics on how much open space you have to work with. And they're quick to react with the smokes and the util. Venom doesn't guess correctly with the paranoia. Thought maybe they become an elbow. Couldn't slow them up anymore. Tried to throw some flashes in, but it's too late. Heretics had firmly entrenched themselves onto the site and were just waiting around the box. Turning those flashes with ease.
10 seconds left.
Phenomenal work.
Back off.
3 different players getting involved there. And this is something that I love from Heretics, as we are going to see a timeout from MIBR. But both these teams have impressed me tremendously, but in particular Heretics, with the way that they take these brawls, these big group battles where you know it's going to be a 3v3, a 4v3, something like that. Their spacing is so good. You know, some teams end up lining up, giving up those multi-kills, like make it a little easier for your opponents. They rarely do that. They're so disciplined in the way that they spread out just enough, but still cover their angles. That right there was just a great example of something that I think is maybe unspoken of Team Heretics. They can get that going. Maybe they can shut down or set up for a nice retake before Team Heretics can really get their momentum going again. Because now MIBR starting to lose control of that momentum game. Just enough of a one-way there. Miniboo doesn't really feel like challenging initially, but they're going to stack up.
Clear the rows. Prowler gone. Just a quick little back away here. Thea not looking to get himself caught out again. Repositions. Have that snake bite to try to delay. Should he assess that the players are getting ready to storm their way in through main? Looks like they are just about to do exactly that. TP forward. Little flash himself, but spot out on the recon. Not much more to be done here. Shock Dart will go ahead and soften him up a little bit. Finds a smattering of damage. Spike plant can still come through relatively for free here. Cuts into the corner. Miniboo wanting to scale forward, take some more space. Looks like the call to back away. Play this one out a little bit more patiently, a little bit safely. Has been made. Seal Garden going to be sent. To take away the weapons here as the retake it's ready to begin. That paranoia is not going to be good for it. Root managing to find 2. Ospas Channel, 1 apiece. Bring it now into a 3v3. Verno still waiting on that flank through Link. Wall at the ready, the recon. Not going to be getting a scan here onto either of these players. Still one out from main. On around the corner. Who able to find one? Ospas trades it back, having swapped onto the vandal, but then quickly just gets shut down. Verno looking to try to get the turn. They cannot do it fast enough. Re-ends through the smoke in main. Strikes him down, and the timeout call does not lead to a round victory. MIBR now find themselves tied up against Heretics.
And just so much space has to be given up here. And to be fair, MIBR is playing to give up the B side. They're holding the A side as their strong side, and the Heretics able to just get through there and do what they need to do.
Let's go!
They get Benji Fishy, his ult, off of the spike plant. That pushes MIBR even further back. Are gonna have that no command, but it is a weak buy.
Zenom just with the classic, frantically backpedaling. Tucks away behind the box here at Yard. Clone and Prowler, everything just being sent. Snakebite gonna be sent out to no avail to try to keep Zenom alive, but the spray eventually will connect. 3 Sheriffs to try to make some magic happen, but it seems like Heretics thinking that they've done a sufficient job of drawing attention away towards this A site, and they would be overall correct. It's just Ospas slowly lurking his way back across towards that B site.
Just trying to feel the map out a little bit. See if there are any traps, any re-clears of space. Could be coming their way. Heretics looking now towards that B site where Aspas has shifted in. He's going to have to go absolutely nuclear here.
Still got many boots lurking back in that A-link position. Try to cut them off, and Aspas, hell of a shot to start things up, but cannot find that follow-up. Benji Fishy trades him out.
30 seconds
In
left.
with the player advantage as the spike now gets ready to go down, and Miniboo is on the hunt, swooping in from behind, slowly making his way across, looking for the angle. We'll have to try to get it done with the Sheriff, given that he does have a stinger behind this. He might not even really get the opportunity. The rest of his teammates are going to be able to clean this up. Double face forward, Verno finding the shot. Rien's going to be taken down. Minor amount of damage suffered there from Artisan. As Fragment goes forward, now held at bay, the snake bite buys some critical time. A drone considered, but the time is just not going to be there for them. Benji looking to try to displace his player here at Heaven. Verno just wants to do a bit more damage, it would seem. Miniboo with the Singer able to find one. Frantic spray as Verno gets himself a third kill. The time is not there. They cannot get this defused, but it's a damn good effort and a good deal of damage dealt here by MIBR. Counts as a Red Bull clutch as Heretics will gain the lead here for the first time.
It has just been a ridiculous attack side here for Heretics. I mean, MIBR fighting tooth and nail, getting some good Sheriff shots, creating some good moments,
Enemy remaining.
setting up for some good double faces, but it's just too little too late. And now you're going to be sitting on a bunch of ults for MIBR. Everything but the Viper's Pit. And Cortezia going to be 2 away from that. So this one has to go MIBR's way. And the economy is obviously part of that equation as well.
Yeah, I mean, I said damage dealt, but
Doesn't
Heretics,
matter.
they've had so much money this entire half. Only dropping the singular round. Aspas holding close. Look at the spot out. Prowler gets the check. Just be a quick little back away.
Can't use that.
It's a nice knife. Gives you a lot of info, but MIBR continuing to hold their default. Gentleman Aspas potentially going to be under pressure, but Snakebite to clear behind. And that's just a little bit of show of force here from the Heretics. Trying to convince MIBR that they're thinking the A direction. Even though now they're sending a little bit of util over towards A links. And now you really should have alarm bells ringing in your head as MIBR. The ult as well from Miniboo. Storms his way through.
Dimensional drift coming through. Quick check from Aspas, and he cannot escape. So fastly do they peek out there. So he can take it down. Gentleman will swing around the back of the smoke. Is able to find the one. Stopping Miniboo before he can escape, but now he is alone here on this site. Desperately needing some reinforcements. Finds himself another kill, but Woot will be able to flush him out. The damage dealt. Woot and boom. Boom. So very low. Hit's going to be invested. Benji Fishy moving here just around the corner to try to catch them off guard. His eyes get focused forward. Verno on the check. Still here within the pit. The rest of the team are falling to the wayside. Benji can do nothing to save his comrades. The round goes the way of MIBR. Empty investments. They once again tie things up.
It's just a crazy back and forth. Love the way that both of these teams play because they're so coordinated. They're so well situated to bounce off of each other. But this round, it's on Zenom. He comes up huge with a 2K. Even though Artisan maybe a little bit late, you could argue, with the null command there, can prevent the pit from coming through. Doesn't matter. They're still able to storm in and get the job done. And that was a breath of fresh air for MIBR.
It wasn't. It was only an investment of 2 of the ultimates here.
Good point.
They had available, so they still have their own pit to try to utilize. And it's going to be sent there off the rip.
There.
As expected. Forward here on B main. Miniboo scouted by the 0 point. Still pushes his way forward.
That haunt might make you think that something's amiss. They check, but they check the wrong corner with the... Oh my.
Throwing the check in, and anybody could have just gotten out. He could have just taken the gate crash, joining with the rest of the squad, but he goes for the base. He just gets taken off.
The read there, fantastic as well. Because if you lose that pit with Cortezia in it, maybe the round could go haywire real fast. Instead, it's a big rotation from Team Heretics. They are going to keep Aspas over on that B site, though. Still has his ult for the retake. So a little bit of danger here for Verno and Zenom. Last time, Zenom, so impactful. Boo does have a Cosmic Divide. They can get to a spot to use it.
He's got another smoke already cycled up. The Paranoia still in hand. A TP for a quick exit. It's going to be hard to try to lock down this Omen. Verno watching on the cross angle. Paranoia now going to be sent through. It's a massive connection. The spray, however, does get a good amount of damage in, but it does not find those eliminations quite just yet. Benji, Rienz, both down to 30 HP. Another smoke cycled forward. The bite, the seize, neither getting purchased. And now they're just pushing out of the smoke to their demise.
Spike down A.
Flash in, Woot there around the box. See if we can get the spike planted. And now finds himself in a 1v3. Now just forward, spots the first convergent pass. An immense amount of respect perhaps is going to be shown here as MIBR know that they need to win this round, and Aspas just goes for the widest swing possible. And with that defuse, they will regain the lead 11-10.
Yeah, what phenomenal work here again from Zenom. A brilliant Paranoia. Mini Boo thought maybe he could get away with it. Artisan on the case. Puts on that detective hat. Gets the job done. Now, what a brilliant wide swing from Aspas there. Woot just expecting him to stop quick. Goes for the shots, and that leaves his mouth agape. Now, when you run into Aspas, that's going to happen to you. You're not the first, my friend.
Wow.
I'll take everything from them.
The economy finally starting to be broken down here for the side of Heretics. This is looking like a bit of a must-win round for them to stop MIBR from getting up to that map point. And it looks like there's not going to be much ambiguity about this one once it gets started. All players stacked up here towards this A side of the map. Verno quickly going to be rotating back around over through Yard to try to join in. Throne, go ahead and get the scout, get the spot. And that's held him at bay. Slows him up here for the moment.
Chewing through this Cosmic Divide.
Odyssey considering his options here. There's the ping reveal, and Cortezia so quick to respond on the back of that. Draws down the shorty. Keeps himself a second. Verno fast on this flank. Watched here by Rienz. Relays that over to his teammates, and Verno tries to fight back out towards the A main side. Rienz able to hold his own. But it's a pump at the brakes here. 45 seconds remaining.
Now you know where that Odin is. That Prowler gives it away for Artisan.
3v3. A tap at the plant. Artisan looking out wide. The basin, the dink, the spray down. Mini Boo dead. Woot frantically trying to respond in kind here from across the way, but Artisan shuts him down, and Rienz is stranded in main. Yoden able to find one more. The haunt going to be cleared. 13 bullets remaining in this weapon. He needs every last one of them, but none of them will connect. 12-10 MIBR. They have fought their way back into the driver's seat. They are one round away from closing up their map pick here.
It's Verno again. Great util. Cortezia gets teed up by his IGL and knocks it out of the park there. And again, is just chewing through so much of that alt timing. Boo wants to throw it early, wants to create some pressure.
Now the economy. Half armors across the board here. Just Woot with the full armor. That Vandal behind him. However, okay. Sounds like you still here over the previous round. Verno taken out nice and early. Here's the Nightfall, crashes across the B site. Smoke going to be cycled forward, and there's no real scaling off the back of that one. It's just going to be an info gain here for the side of Heretics. They're not making look a move. They're not looking to make a move. Words.
I want to point out, Zenom is a judge. Plenty of money. And they opt to even go for that.
I think he's got it behind. He's got a Phantom as well.
Oh, you're right, he does.
Yeah, just double stacking the weaponry here. They're all clustered up now here on this B site. MIBR is so confident.
They're gambling.
Try to end up here, but yeah. The rotations now start to come through here. Heretics at least going to be looking to re-clear mid. Could potentially still end up committing towards that B side of the map.
This is making things really difficult. You're going to have to rely on Artisan again with his util to get a retake going if you're going to give up the A side. But they're going through. They're heading towards B.
This could be catastrophic, or it could be absolutely
seconds
brilliant.
left.
Audazine, however, starting to get a sense of this one, it would seem. Pushing forward, riding the wall, it's about to fall. And now he has spotted them all. Fragment's going to go down and try to delay, but the Guardian is getting that high pen usage, high pen value. He doesn't get struck down. 5v3 now. The bound forward, the time, however, starting to tick. Aspas able to find one more. Cortezia alone on the site, finds the first, swoops in, finds himself a second, and now it's the 1v1. MIBR needing to win this, needing to find it. And he just narrowly has. Team Heretics hold on by a thread. They need one more to push this into OT.
What in the world was that? What a wild round. Gets the spot right before the toxic screen goes up. Able to track him down with the Guardian is MIBR. Cortezia almost with the 3K. Tries to hold the trigger down, expecting the repeat, but MIBR has the patience. And yeah, so close, yet so far away.
Operator back in hand for Aspas. See everything in the kitchen sink going to be sent from both sides. Is damage suffered here from MIBR. Quick little peek and a bit back from Venom. MIBR one away from having the dimensional drift available.
He should be getting it. I would think that they were maybe going to work towards the other orb. Eventually they are. They're just worried about a little bit of pressure out of A main first. Wanted to keep that under control. That was first priority, but now it's taken a bit too long, so Aspas getting a little curious with that operator. Wants to lock down that orb, knows.
Check, gets the spot out. Should have seen the Euro. Now the clone is coming through. They flash him off the angle. Pop there from the teammate, but MIBR able to get what he was after. Throws on that mask, swings around the corner. Now Audazine holding close and sprays down 3! MIBR on the exit, able to find Cortezia of Woot. Taking down Verno at the same time. Suddenly it's a 2v2 with all players scattered across the map. No one playing together at this point. But for MIBR, they know that the spike is on the floor.
Toxins going up.
Woot's going to collect that. Audazine taking a forward position here in mid. Trying to flash his way in, but MIBR doesn't get the catch, but he gets the reaction. And he manages to shut him down. Aspas now needing to do it all if he wants to bring this map to its end. A safe plant to be found. No way to deny this. And also no weapons nearby.
Toxins.
He's gonna make it happen. He's gonna have to make it happen with the op.
Just a saturate to work with for Util. Has to get value out of it.
Woot there just around the corner. Lingering in behind the box. The wall gets raised. Spike planted a little bit deeper, but Aspas is able to find the first shot. The weapon just a bridge too far, and MIBR. He will have the headshot, the 3K, to take us into overtime.
Unbelievable. Both teams matching each other's attack sides. 8 and 4. Sending it to OT. I mean, Audazine, I thought this one might be it, but on the other side of the map, MIBR. Oh, what an adjustment. Trying to track down Aspas. And just immediately turns his crosshairs right onto Cortezia. Gets the 3K. To get Heretics into the overtime. Unbelievable. What a crazy back and forth. And I love this. Both these teams having their moments, having their momentum. Now we're gonna get a little bit more. Over to the attack side. Dash out, knife to set up Aspas.
Very quickly. Working his way all the way up in here towards top mid.
But a lot of times you would think that this is an A-Link hit with that knife. I think Woot somewhat aware, and especially off that Prowler.
The Prowler checks it all now. The drone going to be noted. Woot peeking, trying to see the scaling here behind. Audazine worried about this top mid position where MIBR is ready to try to swing out. A little bit of a minor challenge there against Aspas, but doesn't go for the full peek.
They're starting
He's
to
refilling
collapse.
the space.
Yeah.
Flash connecting onto one. Audazine holding the close angle, and they are giving this no credence whatsoever. The kill able to be collected, but now they're swinging from behind. Re-enter with a massive backstab. Flash connecting onto one. Audazine holding the close angle, and they are giving this no credence whatsoever. The kill able to be collected, but now they're swinging from behind. Rian with a massive backstab, comes up with two. Artesine's still pinned in, but now Cortezia, he arrives as well. Who's the last one standing? And not for very long. The opening round of overtime. Oh, it's a messy one. It's layers upon layers of flanks. That's MIBR coming away with it once again, getting themselves up to map point.
I mean, this was just such a timing thing. Initially, I thought Heretics were going to just be able to collapse all around.
Bullet.
But MIBR has that extra layer. Last bullet. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. I get it. I think it's a decent read from Heretics, but there's that one extra layer from MIBR. They've been so good about that. Something Fraud has been really driving home for them to make sure there's that extra little piece, that extra little check of the flanks.
This time to 0 point. It's not too late. Exactly when he needed it to be. Spot up on the 3, some damage on the spray there on the MIBR. Jesse, however, have to use it to try to delay, but the fragment will be there. MIBR already creeping forward, up over to the half wall, but Cortezia able to shut him down. The peek coming through, Verno having this cross angle, just dancing on the thorns. He's just drawing attention as hard as he mows them all down. 14-12, had to go to distance into over. Once again.
This is going to be really curious for me. For Team Heretics making this change up on Sunset. Maybe seeing some things in their VOD review that they didn't like with the Rays. I think makes a little bit of sense to me. I think there were some gaps left open on their defender side on this map, so that's where I'm looking to kind of see some real big impact. Obviously on this attacker side as well, it's Sunset. The map leans that way. You're going to have a little bit of extra control. MIBR also able to play with that double controller setup. They're leaving a wide open. This was a heavy stack towards mid B, and this should be a wide open site.
Yeah, primed for the taking. MIBR just going to play this slowly here. Get all their ducks in a row. Get everybody in a position to go for a retake. Spike now planted here into the corner. 4-player approach from that backside angle. Just hard to see the try to maybe stir up some chaos here from Street. Recon getting players pinged out there. Zaspas, quick little jiggle peek, bounds forward, gets himself over towards the spike. Odyssey able to find the first. His MIBR's going to be taken down. Damage going to be found. Root here at backside. Will find the one, swings out, however, will just meet his demise. But Benji able to find one, catching Verno off guard. But there's just far too many players still standing. The defuse is there, and it's going to be another pistol to MIBR.
What a great retake here, all set up by Aspas. Doing a little bit of a jiggle peek early with the dash, then able to absorb the paranoia. Right on site, counter paranoia from Zenom to set up Cortezia and Artisan. They're able to get those crossfires dislodged and displaced. It's got them on their feet. Big pistol round win. By the way, Aspas, got an interesting little tidbit here for you. Your all-time VCT Champions kill leader up to 1,194 in Champions, just Champions.
Doesn't have the kill lead overall for internationals. Obviously that's Fuzz, but Aspas.
He's had to get that in there, didn't you?
I mean, I'm just saying, there is a delta, there is a gap, but he is certainly closing it. He's closing in on Wood's position, but all of Team Heretics similarly getting ready to swing around this corner. Singer's able to find one. Temp does get a fadeaway second kill on a MIBR as well. What was looking like a very dicey situation. Ends up going quite well here for the side of MIBR. A little bit of an overextension. Aspas does get taken down. Benji Fishy able to find him with the Sheriff. Finds himself an upgrade as well with that Spectre on the ground. Passes it over to Boo. Even then he's still at full HP.
Here.
Spike recovered. All eyes at the moment from MIBR. Trained in towards mid. Once again, just abandoning this A site. So Heretics, maybe an opportunity to at least get that spike planted, gain a little bit of added cash.
But they're so quick to rotate here that they're getting the info. They're going to seed over the orb.
There.
And Benji Fishy, assuming he's the one who gets to plant the spike, if he gets there, he dies. Going to have Steel Garden coming into the bonus, but oh boy.
Well, Has both of them lined up, does Verno. And that spike plant not quite going to come through. Just a little bit too slow and cautious on the approach. Understandable, though. And still a 2-0 start here for the side of MIBR.
Yeah, just a simple little crossfire setup. Trying to match his Woot. But Aspas so quick to adjust. Verno quick on the rotations through mid. Starting to see that MIBR's early game strategy is to put a lot of pressure mid, a lot of pressure B. Try to play a bit more for retake, so it work well in the pistol. It's the bonus for them. Stingers, Spectre, a Guardian.
Oh, and Denim just catching him completely off guard. TP's right back out the top mid. He just gets away like a thief in the night.
What?
Critical first kill we found is now
What a read.
just the Viper wall to really try to play around here.
Just the confidence flowing for MIBR.
Not ready yet.
Moments like that where you're anticipating your opponent's setup. It's a fallback for Cortezia with that Guardian. Going to be facing 3 different players. Potentially, they're swinging back towards A. So on to Verno.
Might just be able to find a timing here, but the drone gets a spot on the 1. Doesn't necessarily see that Woot was that close. Shifts away from the street angle.
Yeah, you got to be wary of a spawn push. Good awareness for Cortezia. Great rotations here for MIBR.
One down.
Great timing on the peak. A little bit of minor damage going to be found there on a mini-boo. Still a player advantage here in the hands of MIBR as they look to convert this bonus. Aspas lone forward on the site. Trying to get the spot out. Sees the 1, gets the readjust. Mini-boo now struck down. MIBR players encircling the site. Looking for the retake, but it's going to have to be a 2v3 if Heretics want to be able to complete this anti-bonus. Already a large amount of damage suffered.
Last player
Double face from Bulba. Benji Fishy just does not stand a chance. Quick little reposition and tuck, but the paranoia is absolutely on point. Frantic spray from the Stinger, not going to be able to find much there. Rienz does manage to adjust for a headshot, takes down Shenum, but 2 players standing. Weapon's going to be upgraded. That is a bonus converted here. MIBR off to a incredibly hot start here on Sunset.
I cannot stress enough how good the mid-round is played here by MIBR. Cortezia being diligent, checking spawn. That space being refilled by Artisan. Verno giving up a little bit of extra off that drone, knowing that if he tries to challenge a Link, he would actually be in a pretty bad spot. It's just really good push and pull from them. They have such good understanding of if they give up that top mid space, what their protocols are behind it. That was insanely well played. Team Heretics just scrambling to try to get a plant down. And they're in an odd man situation throughout. And a nice little paranoia to seal the deal. Now you're a bunch of sheriffs, Stinger for Boo. Do have that steel garden for Benji. But are you going to be willing to commit that ult in this round? Maybe. Might be feeling that pressure already. Might just want to get those cycles going. This attacker side already off to a disastrous start. It's a little bit different though. Tucking Mini-Boo up towards mid here. Oh, Aspas just pulled away.
We're not going for the check though.
Pulled
Wary
it
about
close.
this potential pinch in from behind.
Time to jump.
Sets up an exit strategy here for himself. Here comes the check, and the timing is just gorgeous from Artisan. There's too many angles. Mini-Boo there on an island. Swallowed up by the sea. Verno alone here on this A side of the map. Trying to hold the line. It's going to inch a little bit further forward. Gets the drone out.
30
Heretics
seconds
just
left.
finally needing to pump the brakes here. Try to tuck back, but Woot does still get spotted out.
Right here.
Poison Cloud gives away the script just a little bit.
A bit of show of force here, but the time is very much getting away from Heretics here at the moment.
10
Dodge the
seconds
paranoia. 8 seconds remaining. Let's get the snake bite through. Zones him away, so plant can come through.
left. Spike.
4v5 now to try and defend this plant. Seen slotting forward, 2 players on the approach to try to flush out Verno. He finds the first, gets some damage across onto the second. But Boo and Rienz managed to come up with the goods. Kills found, so weapons gonna be collected. Alpha's trying to slide forward, frantically barrel stuff to get that kill, and he cannot. Ends up getting taken down, and just like that, MIBR now at a risk of dropping this round. And there's the shot from Rienz to confirm it all. A half-buy round, and Heretics, they do get themselves on the board.
Yeah, the timing here just goes a little bit awry on the retake, and Heretics, they are so well positioned. They know they got to get in and clear Verno out. And Aspas not able to get the slide and the kill. Might have been a different situation.
Let's go. Nice, nice. Good shit,
Benji
guys.
Fishy bringing the energy. Gonna still have that Steel Garden available. Now a Hunter's Fury as well for Rienz. Counter Hunter's Fury for Verno. Maybe that could be the start of some good things here for Team Heretics and clear the door. They're putting a lot of pressure.
Paranoia through market. Back with Verno. Just refills that space, and he mows down all 3.
Last player standing.
Cortezia at the same time, able to find Rienz there inside of B main. And that's just Woot wondering what in the hell he's supposed to do from here. Save the obvious call.
Toxins going up.
Not sure how much of a hunt will be put out here from the side of MIBR. A couple players, their own money. Be a little bit wobbly, but now they know where he's at. Aspas starting to rotate forward, gets onto an angle. He's trying to lock off this side of the map.
Toxins going up.
4-1 start, rather, I should say, here for the side of MIBR.
He's just got to be going for the save at this point. No hope. 1v5. Let's see if MIBR wants to hunt a little. A little bit of cash there.
Left.
You can maybe consider it.
Seems like they're not going to be too overzealous about it. Are pushing their way through tiles, so maybe some collision here over towards this A main side of the map. Artizine looking to try to check that corner. Pulling back around the opposite side, but with 15 seconds remaining, he's going to have to fight at least someone. He swings back
10 seconds
into
left.
the spawn. It's going to be to his demise, you would suspect. Looks for the timing, finds the headshot, but Aspas is there to put him down. 4-1 now, locked in. Have to be curious if Heretics are going to be calling a timeout. It's the same exact start just about that we saw us, yeah. Crazy shots from Verno. Quick little pixel peek from Cortezia.
What a nice little angle. Able to find off of his own cyber cage. Fearsome against T1 on. A lot of that was on the defender's side. Right now, they've got to stop the bleeding. It's going to be another eco for them. Rien's going to have the hero rifle. Half armor behind it. Big stack towards A. Doesn't mean much. Heretics are very ping-pongy. They like to toy around with the map a little bit, but it's often in death balls on their attacker side. It's 4-1 splits where they're just feeling out the map a little bit. See if they commit here. Drone to check. Aspas trying to find a way to dodge it, but not going to happen. Has to fully retreat. Actually going to re-aggress towards the site again. This is dangerous. Look at that stack.
Oh, he wants to peek into this one, but quick little jiggle peek. Needs a decent amount of damage there, down to 70 as Aspas. Hunter's Fury going to be opened up from Verno across the way. Finds a tag on the 1. Not quite able to confirm that kill, though. Reboot does survive.
Taking their time, but because of the way Heretics plays, we're going to send one extra player over for MIBR.
Smoke towards street. Gate crash forward. Flash going to be dodged. Aspas trying to get out in front of that smoke. Doesn't manage to make it happen, though. Does get zoned away once again. And for now, Heretics, they do have access to the site. Util sent out here in reply. The plan to come through, and Benji Fishy. Does he send the ultimate? Well, might have considered it, but now might just be a bridge too far. 2 quick kills to the count as Rienz and MIBR both get struck down. Fight out from Woot, the swing to the smoke, and all players just fall to the wayside as it's just Boo now. No 1v5, Paranoid up an alley. He gets taken out back. 5-1, MIBR get themselves a flawless round win to continue to stretch this lead.
That I mean, they almost get Aspas here. It's some pretty good layering of utility by Team Heretics to keep him uncomfortable, take him down to 10 HP even. MIBR, once they start getting that feeling, it's really quick rotations from Cortezia and Artisan. They're right there to start backing up their teammates, get those low-high setups, something that they really like to do. They find great value out of it. This has to go for Team Heretics. Look at the ults. Early pop of the pit. Artisan just going to take full control over B main. Counter here, clearing the door. The last time that meant that it was a fast hit for Team Heretics through market. Tripwire there though, so nonplussed about it. MIBR.
They really want to try to filter these players in towards the dynamic duo on the opposite side. Bruno and Aspas just playing together. Grab of the orb. Bruno just trying to run back that next Hunter's Fury here in the half. Slowly and steadily, Heretics are pushed closer and closer towards Aspas. Smoke dissipated, Benji Fishy just around that corner. Gate Crash going to be coming through. Just looks for a wallbang shot. Will back away. For the moment, but Aspas once again looking to try to get himself onto the angle. The drone, however, showing a target-rich environment, so he doesn't want to swing out too aggressively. Recall on the Arc Rose, another one-way going to be set up. This is going to be a full assault down through this alley once again, but he's got a double stack set up. Now a triple as Aspas trained in on the angle. It's Heretics backing away. There's 20 seconds remaining in the round.
Oh boy.
Overdrive going to be popped, Minimove going to be taken down. They're trying to cut their way in through market. Tripwire still there to try to delay. So there's the catch on to one. They're storming their way forward. Artisan holding here at main. Gets a headshot. Benji Fishy going to be taken down. The spike now needing to be committed to. The plant will come through. 5v3 for the retake. The pit going to be invested. Heretics throwing everything that they can at this round. A loss from here would be absolutely catastrophic for them. Can they clutch it up? Double face forward towards Apoba. Bruno on the approach. Smoke going to be cycled in. Rien's sights turned back in towards main. Artisan waiting patiently. But already a good amount of time gone here for this potential defuse. As Artisan able to find one. Boot going to be caught to slide forward. Rien's here within the pit. Able to find one. Boot, the last one standing. Gets a transfer. Managing to find the second. And the bite will claim Bruno. And just like that, the round is theirs. Everything thrown at this. It ends in a Red Bull clutch, just no one is left standing. Heretics get themselves a second round win, but at what cost?
By the narrowest of margins. Woot plays this pit brilliantly. It looked like for a second, the flood from MIBR was going to wash this round away. But no. Woot able to get that bite off just in time. Still enough here to buy. But a lot of ults used by MIBR in that round as well, and you're still sitting pretty. Here as Team Heretics, you still got that Fury. You've still got that Steel Garden. You've got the Dimensional Drift for Miniboo. Tons of tools to work with to get another round on the board, and here we go.
Feels like they absolutely need to be able to find this round win. Hunter's Fury going to be coming through. Rien's looking to see if he can get a catch, and he does. Cortezia going to be taken down. Paranoia sent flying, and Rien's finds himself a second. 2 quick kills. Shenum sprayed to 37 HP. MIBR very much on the back foot here.
Spike planted.
Weapon recoverable for Aspas to try to swap out that operator. Now just hold it. Shock Dart going to be good as 2 players are stacked up, but counter spray from Miniboo across the way. Gets rid of Verno with that final ping reveal. And it's going to be MIBR throwing in the towel here on this round. Heretics pulling off a flawless when they desperately needed it.
Just a classic combo. Dimensional Drift into the Hunter's Fury. And Rien's finds 2. And that's basically round over. And a little bit of a commitment there from Verno. Still enough cash in the bag that they could throw another body at the problem, see if they can find a solution, but it's unsolvable. And just doing a great job with these ult cycles right now. Our Team Heretics making a nice comeback. Just caught right on the edge. And Artisan trying to back up. Gets caught by the Hunter's Fury that might have very well been intended for Genum. And then Aspas this time with the op, gonna shift into mid. That's gonna be their little solution to maybe take a little bit of space there. Flash into the TP, nobody home.
This to be a pretty quick hit here. King revealed does find Artisan there for a brief little moment. Snakebite gonna be thrown in just to try to delay, but TP forward to the opposite side of the cyber cage. Mini boom, frantically trying to spray back. He's unable to find any kills there. It's a little bit of damage, but now Aspas gonna be struck down. Great shot from Rienz. Will find the kill. Op gonna be scooped up here by Artisan, but now that Seal Garden infested, catching on to 3 players. With Verno still all the way across the map, looking to try to join in as quickly as he can.
What?
Classic is out. Artisan just managed to find one more. There to go ahead and scoop the kill, but that has certainly delayed things as the spike is not planted at all. Benji's got him. He's actually inching it closer towards Boba. Manages to win the fight there versus Jenna, but now Verno on the approach from the flank out of market. He finds Rienz. Pinned in.
Remaining.
That's Benji Fishy all by himself. Swings into the shock dart, swings into the headshot. The timeout call from MIBR. It works a treat. They get up to 6.
Yeah, it's just good awareness from Artisan again. It's just really well played there. He reads where the TP is going to come out, does a little bit of damage, falls away. I was wondering how he got that classic kill. Just caught Woot coming through. And then they're able to really hold the line, get that spike trapped there in the back corner of B site. Benji Fishy had to win a big fight, but Aspas flirting with this mid line and getting it too!
Gets the collab! The Boom Brothers absolutely bashed as Aspas has him lined up. Dialed into his sights. Verno looking to try to get the wall bang shot there. Doesn't manage to find the damage. But a 3v5 off the rip is absolutely brutal, especially with how slowly Heretics have been trying to play out these rounds. Your entry power, your smokes, all gone.
Unreal. He just finds those moments time and time again. And as much as I have loved the way that Team Heretics spaces themselves, that time, just a moment where they aren't quite where they need to be. And Aspas catches them. Still haven't cleared the trip. Finally gonna hear it.
Standing ahead.
Rien sending a little bit of util over towards B. Trying to at least keep him honest.
30 seconds left.
I don't think this is too confusing just yet for MIBR. Just leave one to watch market.
Reading it decently well. Got Artisan here to try to hold the line. Clicks the first, sends out the bite to delay the second. Now you know where Rienz is at as that drone comes flying through. A kill found
10 seconds left.
on to Verno. That is all. Lead confirmed at the half, MIBR. Now up to 7, looking for 9.
It's just brutal to have a round start like this. They're trying to offset a little bit, but somehow, some way, the Operator King finds his prize. Just enough of an angle there. The frustration shown.
Are capable of hitting those shots. We've seen it in this series already. We've seen it in this tournament.
Need a drop.
Yeah, potentially double snipers. Yeah, Outlaw in play here for Artisan. They're trying to hold down that mid angle through market.
They've got plenty of money for the next round. Can throw an extra wrinkle into this one. See if
Avoiding it for now.
Well, avoiding one of them.
My ult is ready.
Hunter Fury back up here. Verno finding the timing to be able to safely collect that orb. There's a drone. Not going to go deep enough to actually get the spot check. Just riding the wall here. Tucked back and he finds Boo out into the open. No way to clear it. Seemingly no comms to call it. The wall falls and Boo goes down with it as Aspas finds another collat. And you can't be facing into this guy unassisted. He's looking for the fourth. He turns away from the flash, and Benji Fishy will be able to shut him down in this round, but there's nothing more to be done. MIBR, they want that 9-3. They may just find it.
What a blessing it is to have this guy on your team. He is so unbelievable. Right as the flash is popping, Rien's and MIBR are swinging. And St. Aspas is sending them to their grave.
You have to suspect that the timeout call is for this round here, this final bye, but a round like that, another collat given up to Aspas. You have to suspect that Heretics players are certainly feeling very rattled. Ooh, looking for the double TP forward.
Ooh.
Into the poison orb, and does manage to collect the kill. They're dodging all the bullets from Verno.
That's Hunter's Fury gone.
Yeah, that is a massive pick to be found. Aspas, however, he's done it again! 3 collats in this half. He is indomitable. He is a demon. He will finally be felt by Rien's, but there is no further hope in this round. The double reveal. They know exactly where he's at, and they have him surrounded. Rien's has been incredible for Heretics.
Ooh.
He does nearly find Shenum there.
Scanning ahead.
Through the box.
Found them.
There's the reveal, there's the kill. The first step. The timing is found. Cortezia from Street will go ahead and shut him down. Deny any hope of a clutch.
He is a god. That is just, I've never seen anything like it.
Okay, boys, new strategy. We find Aspas, we run the hell away. I think that's going to have to be the play, but he's going to be on the attack, which it already feels like he has been throughout this whole half. But 9-3 the lead. MIBR out in front. We'll see if Heretics can run it back after the break.
That you have to recover here, but I'm not counting them out just yet. Still think it can be done, but goodness, you're gonna have to slow down.
I'm out of here.
This MIBR freight train.
Yeah, and they are storming forward, but they're going right into the stack. 4 players going to be set up here, and Wootpoo able to find one apiece here. Looking for a little bit more, and through that cage is able to find it. Cortezia, however, 2 quick response kills. MIBR and Rien's will get taken down. Spike is going to be in hand. Players join together. Both of them full HP. Slowly just cut noise. Rotate across. Now I'm going to be eyeing up that B side of the map.
Yeah, both teams just kind of going, I bet you're going A. Team Heretics take that bet. And now, rotation all the way over. There is going to be Benji Fishy's wall there, right in front of the B site, so see if they can get both over in time and not have any funky stuff going on, but actually the tripwire there going to dissuade Team Heretics from continuing to wrap towards the attacker side spawn. They get through. Plant seemingly going to be set up for the deep part of the site. Camera as well to check. Just going to maybe set up for the crossfire. Still have the snake bite as well for Artisan.
Try to cut off one, but Cam likely about to spot them all out. Does get cleared. Snakebite holds him at bay here for the moment. Double face forward, taking the fight right to their doorstep. As Cortezia makes a go of it. They cannot find the final shot. Boo. Last one standing. We'll get the defuse and get the pistol here. 2-2 in that regard. Heretics absolutely needed this win.
Oh, the reveal there. Absolutely beautiful. Somehow, only gets 1 assist out of all that mess. But still, great work from Rien's. A good read here, just a hard read. And a much-needed pistol to get Heretics back into this. And Cortezia knows it.
Come on. Good job.
Because they can take that round away. And he had a real chance there at the end. Could have very well been the nail in the coffin.
Aspas, though.
Oh, okay.
Looking to throw a curveball. Let's have this Outlaw in the mix. Full armor behind it. MIBR. Very similar situation, but it's going to be Benji Fishy potentially first at risk. Does have the full armor, however. Cam gets situated. Flashes really wants to clear this out and does manage to do so. Slides back into the site to safety.
Yeah, there's only going to be one player that dies to that Outlaw in one shot, and that's Boo. way on the other side of the map, so.
He's the only one with a ghost, so it seems like Heretics have a very firm understanding of what this buy was going to be looking like coming their way.
Exactly.
It's a good read. Noise made here as the orb gets taken. Cortezia going to be one away from the neural theft. Double stack set up here towards market. Drone the check in towards mid. Flash confirming some pressure. Swing in, the headshot is found. Housebox just far too clean with it. Some damage to the drone now to try to lead the way. The spot on a Woot here up close. No real way to try to collect that kill. As Rienz will get knocked down to 10 HP, but is still standing. Pushing the mid, and
30 seconds left.
once again with the classic in hand, coming up with the goods. Granted, Boo, yes, just with a ghost, but he had the jump. Well, that sends them chasing over towards this A site where MIBR all alone.
It's an outlaw.
Trying to get the catch. Does manage to find it, but the spike has already been brought to bear.
10 seconds left.
Plant coming in. A 3v3. The weapon advantage still very clearly there for the side of Heretics.
Area.
There's Verno. Let's get taken down. Cortezia still a bit away, trying to join in here with the rest of the team in MIBR. He's managed to shut him down. The headshot found. Cortezia now alone. Second shot connecting. But as he swings out, we'll see MIBR with a 3K to get the defuse. Get Heretics up to 5.
This is a great round from MIBR. The way he's playing this outlaw, just so aware of the angles that are possible. I mean, what are you going to do against this when Aspas and Artisan are hitting shots? Nice. Quick kill there with the Bulldog. MIBR on point. Benji trying to keep the energy there.
Still though, 3 weapons. 3 players losing their lives.
Need a drop.
Bucky for Boo. Sheriff for Benji.
Right here.
Mostly rifles. Well, all rifles and a Guardian for Verno. Check a mid. Although, look at where the Vice Wall has been put for Benji. Right outside the market door. So that could be kind of an awkward one if they're able to kind of usher them in towards that direction. Boo has to backpedal. MIBR going fishing.
Brothers playing together here. Bucky just around the corner, trying to flash him in, but Artisan hits the first, finds the transfer, and that's the A site broken wide open. Still that Vandal in play here for the side of Heretics in Rienz's hands. He's gonna need to make it sing. Come back from this disadvantage.
Quick rotations though. Great dart.
We're gonna be cleared out. Drone immediately dealt with. Not allowed to gain much vision there at all. Snakebite gonna be layered in. Aspas knows that there's a player lurking here within the smoke. Just putting himself right out in front.
I know it.
A little bit of backup. The smoke now falling. Yep, they pick their targets, find one apiece. Real depth invested. And it's going to be a flawless anti-bonus here for MIBR. Stop the streak from Team Heretics.
It's not a bad idea from Heretics wanting to set up that flash for the Bucky, but the wide angle being taken here by Artisan allows him to find that 2-piece. Great timing on the backup of Aspas by Zenom. Artisan even coming through with the 3K. MIBR going to be one away from his ult though here on this defender's side. Artisan inching close to a pit.
Suspect that they're going to try to use this 3-player stack to set up for that orb take here on this A side of the map. So, yep, just the immediate back away from Artisan. Has to allow for it to happen, so Dimensional Drift now available.
Maybe just want to turn up the tempo here. But again, that Vice Wall going to be right in front, so how are they going to deal with that? A little bit extra stall as well with the Razor Vines. Right on the corner of the cubby. 3 across.
Market is not going to get the catch there. Ooh, just managed to catch a glimpse there onto Verno before that wall comes through. Quickly replied though. Cortezia trades it back. 4v4 Aspas. Alone here in the market. 3 players already in position. Boo starting to make his way across through the defender's spawn to try to join in. Smoke goes down on the Boba. Benchy Fishy lingering forward. Catches Artisan completely off guard.
I'll handle this.
Dimensional Drift now in play. Benchy Fishy finds himself another. Cortezia scouted. Manages to catch a stray headshot there, finding one, but he is just out in no man's land.
Go, go, go.
Plus now needing to do everything. Well, he's going to be able to do too much of anything at all. Plant is just not for him. Heretics firing back, not allowing for MIBR to run away with this half, with the rest of this map.
Yo, Benji hitting some clean shots with the Vandal. Able to just tuck himself onto the back of the site. Woot, a nice opener.
Go.
Oh, the timing there.
One enemy remaining.
Really nicely handled.
I think he's gonna save, guys. He's us pass.
Nice.
Well,
You're not wrong.
he was correct.
It's also the correct play.
Go, go, go.
Yes. That's it. There's not much to read into on that one.
No. Mid presence being shown, but look at this stack. Again, that 4-player presence to make sure that that orb is there to continue to fast-track Miniboo onto another dimensional drift. Seems to be a win con that they're really considering. Our Heretics.
Ospas all the way forward here, making noise at top mid. Trying to see if he can get a peek. We'll get a drone. Smacks away over towards Tiles. And
Oh,
we'll
boy.
get the spot out here onto Verno. They're Walton trying to make a play off of this one, but they are looking to pile their way in, but I think it's a bit of a self-flash onto Miniboo as he tries to go out of the smoke, and then Ospas just manages to find him with a stray spray.
Cortezia. Oh my God,
Flushed
Benji.
out. And Benji saying this site is his. Plenty more targets for him to try to challenge against. Finds himself another. Ospas going to be taken down, but not before Rienz falls to the wayside as well. Recon cleared. Steel Garden going to be invested. Looking to just try to go ahead, yoink these weapons out of their hands. At least the grab here onto Artisan. He's had that classic out. Getting flanked around the
30
bend.
seconds left.
Benji Fishy. I don't know if he actually fully checks that pocket. Burnout pressuring into mid. He's able to go ahead and flush out Woot, and that opens up the A site. It's now prime for the taking.
That's a huge win. God, Benji, though.
Finds himself another, but look at the HP. It's 45-46 between the two remaining players. You've got Shenum lurking here in mid as the Hunter's Fury is going to be just sent out here.
Ooh.
Nearly finds the connection.
Enemy
Shenum
remaining.
only going to be good for the one.
Last player
Benji
standing.
fishing out. An ace clutch to try to run this back.
The shock
Close
darts.
the gap. As you do say, the shock darts, the recon, it's all available here for Verno.
Flash place. Flash range.
Flashes in the check towards Alley. Nothing going to be spotted. A tap. He's just faking for it. Now looking to go for the half hold. Recon gets the ping. Tries to drag off of this one.
Okay.
Verno just looking to try to play the time here. Bounds across the opposite side. Swoops in. And will shut him down. The clutch not to be found. Close but no cigar. MIBR now up 11-6.
Man, he plays that so well. Didn't even need the shock darts. Just uses the recon to confirm the timing on the spike diffuse stick. I mean, Benji, giving it his all, has just come alive in these last couple of rounds. But it's still not enough. Still a bit of a wry smile.
Who is baiting right now? Oh my god.
I'm not sure.
Crunch play in the mid. Big change up here for the side of Heretics, but Shenum very quickly able to get away from this.
They've just been so aware every time that Heretics tries to get aggressive. You know, you saw it on the attacker side when they went for top mid. It's just great responses from MIBR. They're so ready for these situations. Feels like they rarely get caught off guard. That just shows the great prep that they put in for this event. On top of stellar shooting, I mean, again, going back to that win, an individual battle with Verno versus Woot. And that opens up the round for him to clean up the final kill. Get Benji, scoot over, get the plant. But now they're walking into a big stack, and this is the spike. Oh my god.
Luch is out in the front. Bit of a double take there from Verno. Able to find the kill all the same. Some shots from Rienz. It's back the opposite side there at Boba. Verno, not sure if you saw the close player here of Miniboo, but he deals with him either way! Oh, just barreling forward into the site. Rienz now with everything to do as Benji Fishy
Last
manages
player standing.
to peel one back. Find the kill into mid, but Ospas is primed and waiting.
You're done.
12-6, MIBR. Looking to make swift work of Heretics here. on their map pick of Sunset.
What a treat it is to watch Bruno play. Can't speak enough. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he was mid-air when he popped him.
When you're that close.
He just got a barrel stuff him.
Not jack.
There's been no way to pump the brakes. All the timeouts had been committed in that first half.
And look at the ults. So much available.
4 of them. Outlaw in hand. Half armors on everyone aside
There
from
they
Wood.
are.
Set up here towards this A site. Hit at the ready. He's continuing to scale forward. This could potentially be to his demise. Flash attempt coming through. And it is just that. MIBR and Woot both taken down. The double stack set up here in mid. Just looking for the punish, looking to pick them apart limb from limb. Clear the cam.
Standing.
The shot from Jenham rings straight and true. A flat shot from Boo, but he needs so much more and cannot find it. MIBR burn the hair.